Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. To those of you who are just joining us for the first time, you're welcome. If you're yet to check our previous videos, you need to go back to see. Yes, we have tons of juicy video out there for you. So all you need to do is to go back to them, watch them, and trust me, you're really going to get value there. The International Women's Day is a day set aside globally to honor and celebrate all the female figures in our lives. Do you know that without women out there, you and I won't be in existence today? This is one of the top aspects men out there don't pay attention to. Hence, women out there are mistreated. Today, I will be bringing in two women that will be talking about International Women's Day and other topics around it. So I already have my guests seated here, and trust me, at the end of this video, you're really going to thank me for bringing them here. So to my left, I have Mrs. Abiola Ogu. So Ma, can you kindly introduce yourself?
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Abiola Ogu. I'm an experienced and certified professional counselor with special interest in premarital and postmarital marriage counseling. I'm also a certified marriage, domestic violence, and divorce therapist, as well as a trauma, abuse, and addiction therapist. I'm also the president of Igniting Hope for the Less Privileged Initiative, an NGO called out to make lives better for the less privileged in society.
Thank you very much, Ma. And to my right, I have Mrs. Jumoke. Ma, can you kindly introduce yourself?
Hello everyone, my name is Jumoke Showole. I'm an accountant and audit professional. I'm a fellow with the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, and I'm also a member of the Institute of Internal Auditors. And I also have a special interest in natural health and wellness. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome, Ma, and it's a pleasure having you here, Ma. The first thing that comes to people's mind when we're celebrating this International Women's Day is what it means, what it entails, what brought about it, and everything surrounding International Women's Day. So I'll be asking my first guest seated here to explain better to us what International Women's Day entails. So Ma, over to you. Can you kindly explain to us?
Thank you very much. The International Women's Day is a global day that is set aside to celebrate the social, economic, cultural, and political achievements of all women. And for this year, there's always a theme every year, and for this year we have #Embrace Equity.
Wow, thank you very much, Ma. So talking about celebrating women out there, Ma, do you think this International Women's Day is meant for the married couples alone?
The celebration is for all women, married and single.
Oh.
International Women's Day is a day to celebrate women who have broken stereotypes and changed perceptions. So we have a lot of single girls who have great achievements. We have a lot of young girls who have done so well. So it's not about married people, it's both for married and singles.
All right, thank you very much, Ma. So when I was speaking with Mrs. Jumoke, she made mention of something I want to talk about. So can you kindly let us know the difference between equality and equity?
When we talk about equality, we're talking in the right way of saying male and female, men and women have equal rights. But when we talk about equity, we are saying, though we are different, but we should have access to resources that can make us to achieve as much as the male gender.
Wow, thank you very much, Ma. So guys, you know now that there is a difference between equity and equality. So when people out there are telling you they're fighting for equality, you already know that it means something different when talking about equity. So now we know what International Women's Day entails and the difference between equality and equity. Ma, can you kindly let us know the influence on the female figures in the society?
Every society, I'll start by saying, every society has different expectations of their genders. Male, female, we have what we expect of them to do. And for the women, for the females, they more or less form the basic unit of a society. I mean, in the family, the mother has a major role to play in building a family into a home. You know, it's the home, the different homes that make up the societies make up the country, you know, at large. So the influence of women in the society is a very great one, is a very large one. And there's this popular saying that says, build a woman and you end up building a nation. So it's a huge influence which we should always support at all times. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ma. Okay, Ma, over to you. We have this notion that we should respect the men out there. Now, do you think the respect we women give out to men out there should be reciprocated, or is respect only for the males alone, the men out there alone?
Respect should be reciprocal. The male should respect the female, while the female respects the male. Let me go back to the basics from inception. As a Christian, from the book of creation, the Bible said God created man in his own image, and in his image he created them male and female. So meaning God appeared male and female, they are equal. So a female respects a male, the man also should respect woman. Oftentimes you hear people say, I'm a man, you should respect me. Especially in the married, among the married folks, you hear the man is the head. The man is the head of his own home. That you are a man doesn't make you the head of every available woman everywhere. Just like you hear that a woman should submit to a man. A woman is commanded in the Holy Book to submit to her own husband. Underline the word own. That means that you are a man doesn't make you the head of every woman. So women deserve respect from men. We respect women. If you have a woman as a boss in the office, are you going to tell me because you are a man you will not respect? Or you have a commander, your boss is a major, and you are just a corporal, and you are telling me because you are a male you are not going to submit? You know where that will land you. So respect among male and female should be reciprocal. Men should respect women. Women should also respect men. That is the way it should be.
Okay, Ma. So what do you have to say about those men out there who think they are the only one that deserves to make decision, like that of a woman shouldn't be counted? What do you have to say about those men out there?
Any man who thinks a woman's opinion is not important is only just shortchanging itself. Because a lot of men believe, what does a woman know? You hear things like, what does a woman know? What idea does she have? If you ask most great men, and they are going to be truthful with you, you will discover that most of the advancement they made had contribution of either their mother or their wives or women in their life. Because there is a way God has created women. We have this way, and I don't think, sometimes I want to believe that it's as if God is special with us, and I know we are special actually. What a woman will say, the man may not say it. For instance, if a woman is telling a man, don't do this, he might be saying, why are you saying this? She's seen beyond the immediate. So don't relegate any woman around you, be your daughter, be your sister. Imagine there's a story in the Bible where a great general had leprosy, and he took a little housemaid, a girl, to walk up to him and say, sir, if you don't mind, I have a solution for your problem here. So don't relegate any woman and say, what does a woman know? The answer to the question of your life may be lying in the hands of the next woman next to you. So don't always look down on women. Women have a lot to offer if you only take advantage of that and benefit from it.
Thank you very much, Ma. So to the men out there, now you know that women opinions matter. Don't just think you alone should be respected. Also, a woman needs and deserves to be respected as well. So Ma, over to you. How can Women's Day be celebrated?
Women's Day can be celebrated in lots of different creative ways. You know, we all have female figures in our lives. We can go all out to give shout outs to them. We can put them up on our statuses. We can go the extra mile, drop a surprise alert in someone's account. There are several ways, home activities within the home, outside in our various social groups. There are just different ways. And make calls. Let that sister, let that woman, let that mother, let that friend, let them all know that you have their backing, you support them, you encourage them, and that they can go as high as they can in life and achieve what they set their minds to achieve.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you very, very much, ma'am. In addition to what she said, I just want to make this announcement to you. Know, she just mentioned that you can actually celebrate them by making a shout out to them. Now, this is to let you know that I will be live on Instagram on International Women's Day, being the 8th of March 2023. Next week, sorry, 8th of March 2023. So I'll be making a free shout out to all the women out there. So if you're a man and you are listening to me right now, you are a husband, you're a father, you're a brother, or whatsoever it is, you have this opportunity to reach out to me via Instagram, send in your wife, your sister, or your mother's name to me, send in their phone number and that sweet message you want to send to them. Just imagine them waking up to a call and hearing the call was actually from you, telling them how much you love them. So this is an opportunity for you to jump into. It is actually free. For more information, you can reach out to me via my Instagram handle, and I'll be linking it below, so you can just check it and hop on this opportunity to celebrate the woman in your life out there. Okay, so back to our discussion, ma'am. Please, can you kindly highlight to us the areas women are expecting more from men but are overlooked?
Women are expecting more from men in so many ways. Women expect men to show more kindness without attaching anything to it. Women are expecting men to be more patient in dealing with them. Like I used to say jokingly, a woman is a complex being, and you don't understand a woman in a day. You really need to take time to understand a woman. So women expect men to be more patient with them. Women expect men to show more understanding. A woman is so complex that within 5 minutes you can have so many hormonal changes, mood swings that she herself cannot even explain. So women expect the men to have more understanding. We also expect men to show more empathy, that human feelings. Don't just feel what does she need? She's not hungry, she's not naked, she doesn't lack anything. Women expect men to show more empathy. Women expect men to show more compassion. And lastly, I would say we expect men to communicate more. Oftentimes men just think, she should know what I mean. Can't you understand? Don't you know me by now? After 10 years, 15 years? No. Express what you want to say. Be expressive enough. So women expect men to communicate with them more. Don't just assume we know what is on your mind. We are not witches, we are not psychics. So be more expressive. So we expect more to also be more inclusive in raising children. Don't just pay house rent, pay school fees. You don't know what is happening with the homeworks. I see a lot of fathers who don't even know what their kids' homework book look like. So we expect men to be inclusive in the home running. You may not necessarily cook, but there's no harm in cooking. Kids will enjoy when their daddy makes delicacies. So we want inclusive home running, inclusive parenting. Don't just leave it to the woman alone. So we expect more from men. Show more empathy, show more understanding, be considerate. We want that from men.
Thank you very much, ma'am. I'm really loving this video because it's really touching the aspect I need to be touched. So if you're a man and you are listening to this, you should start making changes already. So ma'am, can you kindly let us know the wrong assumptions men have about women?
Okay, yes, indeed, there are some assumptions men have about women that are wrong, and these will include, for example, the assumption that women are so emotional that we make decisions based on our emotions, and indeed once in a while we could actually go over and above, but I think women are very logical in their reasonings. Whatever actions, whatever decisions we tend to make, we have it clearly thought out. So this is an assumption men should reconsider, because we don't base our decisions on emotions. Another one also is that women, whenever we go into a relationship with men, whenever we have relationship with men, all we are thinking of is marriage. No, it may not always be so. We are all social beings. We relate you know, we have our colleagues at work, we have our brothers and sisters in the church, we have our neighbors. And the mere thought or the mere fact that a woman is talking to a man does not mean, oh, things are already going on, things are happening, you know, so we should stop that wrong notion. Another one also is that, oh, women like material things. In fact, there's this popular saying that, oh, more, and I'll interpret. All the woman knows is money. We all like money. We all need money. But yes, money will not influence our decisions. We've had women that have gone all the way overboard in sacrificing themselves, sacrificing their finances, you know, to the success of relationships. And another one I want to point out here, it's in the marital setting, when the man will tell you, my wife is our wife. That is very wrong. Your wife is your wife. She's not your family property. You should learn to deal and relate with her, you know, as one, you know, as one union that God has made you.
Also, to buttress what my sister said, there's a wrong assumption that all women like children. I've met women who don't like children. So the fact that women give birth, care for children, doesn't mean all women like children. So it's another assumption that is wrong that men do have about women. Also, there's this assumption that all women cook and clean like experts. Excuse me. In this age today, I've seen women who cannot even cook simple Indomie noodles, which is just 3 minutes. So don't assume because you've seen a beautiful lady, this lady is becoming a wife, she knows how to cook. You need to ask, do you know how to cook? So if she doesn't know how to cook, you know whether she's going to get trained before marriage or you're going to employ a cook. So don't always assume all women cook and clean like a pro, a professional. No. A lot of women don't even like those chores. Also, they also believe that women should know. There's this notion that it is only women that should keep the home working. They say the whole women are home builders. Who say men are not home builders? Men should build. Don't just provide the rent. Don't just provide money to buy food. Make it work. Not when you come in, the woman is organizing, arranging the house. You come in, you throw one leg of socks here, you throw one shoe there. No, the men also too can be home builders. So those are the assumptions that are wrong, and I think men should work on them.
All right, ma. Thank you very much, ma. So now we already know the assumptions men need to take off their head. So ma, can you kindly let us know the obstacles women still faces today?
If we talk about today's scenario, many women are still facing issues like gender discrimination, sexual abuse and harassment, education inequality, child marriage, lack of women in position of power, period poverty, and stigmatization, and so on and so forth. Because there are still places in the society, cultural differences also are setback for women. There are places where, I say counselor, I've had an encounter where we're counseling a couple and the man felt, my wife should not talk when I'm talking. That where I come from, a woman does not talk when the husband is talking. And I was like, in this age, so women still go through a lot. I've seen instances where women will go for interviews, they will prefer the male before the female, or they tend to promote the male above the female because they have this notion that the man should be the head. So women today are still going through a lot. They have obstacles, challenges in their way. There is no fairness. Look into our government today. If you take the statistics of the number of women in position, it's just 1/10. We are nowhere. And so if we are talking about equity and equality, women should be given fair opportunity to represent, because when you educate a woman, you're educating the world, like my sister said earlier. So women are still being discriminated. You go to a place, say, woman, a woman that stooped to pee. And that thing picks me up and I went, do you know this woman has more upstairs than the man talking? So there is a lot we are still going through. The gender discrimination is still on, the sexual abuse, even domestic violence today, because they felt the man is more powerful and stronger than the woman. These are all that are still facing the women today.
Okay, thank you, ma. In addition to what she said about men being given positions over the females or the women. That actually happened to me. I remember back then in my school years when I was in year 1 or so, there was this thing that they needed a governor, like a governor for the class and all of that. And after they elected, I noticed it was me and a guy that won. Like, we were the top, the both of us, and they don't know who to give it to between the both of us. Okay, who is going to be the governor of the class and who is going to be the vice, the deputy, something like that. And since the both of us had a draw mark, like we're on track, the both of us, they had to give it to the guy because they were like, he's the man, he should take it, while I should take the deputy because I'm the female. So I concur to what she just said. I think this is an aspect we need to look into. Like, we need to look into the fact that female also want having positions, not only the men. So over to you, Mrs. June. Okay, what are the things you admire about the women in your life?
Alright, the women in my life. I've got my mom, my daughters, my sisters, my colleagues at work, my sisters in church, and it's a whole lot. I admire so many things. There's so much strength in our, diversities. I admire the strength, the courage, the creativity. It's showing everywhere, and the strength, so to say, because women go through a lot, but you don't see it on them. They show up every time. Thank God for the gift of makeup. You have your wigs on, you have your makeup intact, whatever you're going through, nobody is saying it. But they've been women, in my life, they've been so strong, they've been so courageous, they've been so creative, and I just want to appreciate, all those qualities in them.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Well, I know that there are a lot of things that women actually wish the men knew about them. So over to you, ma'am. And this person is coming to you. Now, what are the things that women wish the men knew about them?
So many of them. Number one, women always wish that men knew that they are happy when men are kind to others. I'm speaking as a woman. So women are happy when you show kindness to others without any string attached to it. We're also happy when you're sensitive. When you're sensitive, for a married man, you're sensitive to know my wife is not happy or something has changed. Maybe her mood changed. We are happy when we know that you're sensitive to other people's moods and needs. Women also want men to know that we are happy when you have a fault and you make efforts to improve. Not that you're trying to use both faces and say, I'm a man, you cover it. No. We are happier when we know that, oh, I'm at fault. I think I need to do better in this area. We're also happy when you take it slow, when you don't rush us, when you don't rush things and say, after all, I give the order, you must follow. Take it slow and let us follow at your pace. These are things we admire. Also, when you give out compliments. Oftentimes, men hardly give compliments except there's something they are looking for. We are happy when you give compliments without anything in return. Oh, you're doing well, you're very intelligent. You hardly hear a man tell you why you're very intelligent because of the male ego. Mm-hmm. We are happy when you compliment us, when you give compliments where and when it is necessary. We're also very happy when you stay romantic. Mm-hmm. God, who created us, knew that the life is going to be so boring for males, and he brought a female. We were an answer to a problem. He said it was not good for a man to be alone. I will make a helpmate suitable. And then we came. We were actually presented to bring life. So we are happier when you stay romantic. We don't want all this stiff, strong, as if you don't have emotion. And mind you, so many men that you see that are putting that strong face, they are very soft inside. Said a man does not cry. Who tell you men don't cry? They cry, they weep. So we are happier when we see you stay romantic. We are happy when you fix stuff. You don't leave everything to, you tell children, go and meet your mommy. You said, go and meet your mommy. No, I'm happy as a woman when my husband fixes things. I feel good. Oh, somebody is there to take care. So we're also happy when you are good with the kids. Don't leave the kids to the women alone. And that is why this thing is, why is it that is the mothers children remember when they grow old? It's because they are the ones that are present. So be an available, don't be an absentee father. Be a male. Register your presence in the life of the women, your children around you, so you can be relevant when as old age. We're also happy when men cook.
Exactly.
I personally have a husband that loves cooking, and you know, sometimes he cooks and I just feel good. Not that you come back by 10 p.m. the woman also returns by 10 p.m. you are telling her you want to eat pounded yam. You're not being considerate. So sometimes let the woman relax, cook. There is this joy. Hear your daughter say, oh, daddy makes special jollof rice. There's this special egusi soup daddy makes. So these are the things we wish you know, that when you are inclusive, when you are involved in running the home, when you are involved in showing kindness, when you are involved in cooking, when you are involved in fixing things, it makes us happy. We may not tell you, but these are some of the buttons you press that makes us good. Thank you.
You're welcome, man. I really enjoyed this discussion. So over to you, Ma. What are the secret battles women fight alone? The secret battles we fight alone.
Battles. The truth is, we all are facing something at one point or the other. You know, we all have things we're facing. Really, it might be health related. There's a woman. I'm sure there's a woman out there. There are women out there who have diagnoses, you know, of illnesses, sicknesses. Some may be terminal. There are different health issues. It could be a financial one. There are several women out there who do not even know where the next meal for their family will come from. Children out of school, you know. There are so many issues as a woman out there that may be depressed. There was a time, you know, somebody asked to, oh, I wanted to see you, ma'am. And by the time she visited, by the time she opened her mouth, the very first sentence she made, she burst into, you know, tears. And for the next 1, 2, 3 minutes, she was crying. We had, you know, they had so much. She had so much bottled in her heart. And I just didn't try to calm her down. I knew she needed to let go. You know, she was so full of exhaustion, whatever was on her mind. There are several women out there that have issues bottled up, you know, with them. And it could be trauma, it could be love related, it could be sexual harassment at work, you know, with other men. It could be a whole lot of things. It could be stress, fatigue, you know. And I also want to mention at this point that, you know, as women, when we see, we are the ones that can recognize the tears in each other's, you know, eyes, each other's faces. So we should all learn to support, to encourage. At times it might not be the solution, but a listening ear alone, words of encouragement alone, calls, messages will go all out. So yes, we are all going through one thing at one point or the other, but we should not, you know, give up. We should hold on, hold tight, and learn to encourage and support each other. Thank you.
You're welcome, man. Thank you very much.
I think also, like she said, we all are facing one thing or the other. And I want to speak as a counselor. There is need for you to ventilate. You that are watching me out there, there's something about you are not even bold enough to share with your siblings. There's something about you you're not able to share with your husband or your wife. Look for someone. Get a therapist or a counselor, somebody who will listen to you without being biased, who will not judge you. Sometimes it's just airing it that brings a relief. I remember speaking in a program, and a woman said, I want to see you. She said she's married, she has kids, but she's having issues with her sexual life. And so I booked an appointment after the meeting to see her. And she said she almost got raped as a young lady by a family friend. And the mere fact that she did not tell her mother, and even she's married, she didn't tell it to any human being. I'm the first person she's telling after so many years. So because of that, each time her husband is coming close for her for sex, she have issues. She doesn't enjoy sex. I was even asking, how did you manage to have the kids you have? He said, it's just God. So I now advise her, okay, now that you've told me, summon courage, tell your husband about it. The rape never happened. it was just attempt to rape. But so you can imagine the extent to which people are harboring things, fighting battles that they cannot share. So if you are out there, you have a lot bottled up, please speak out. Look for someone. If you don't know someone, I'm recommending myself as a counselor. You need a listening ear, somebody to hear you out. It is popularly said, a problem shared is half solved. Don't die in silence. Speak out, air your view, and let someone help you.
So guys, if you are out there listening to us and you are going through a lot and you need someone to actually talk to express how you feel, don't hesitate to reach out to her. I'm going to link below her social handle where you can reach out to her and speak to her privately and just, offload that thing you have right inside of you that is weighing you down. You actually need to speak to someone to be free from what you're going through. So Ma, over to you. What are the notions you think men have that should totally be wiped off?
Okay. I'll mention one, which is that men always think women are the weaker sex, we're the weaker vessels, and even though we may not have the muscles, we may not have the six packs, but science has proven it time and time again that women are stronger. We are stronger in dealing with issues. We are stronger when it has to do with recuperating from illnesses, from situations. We are so resilient. We bounce back, on time. So that notion needs to be corrected. Women are not the weaker vessel. We are both strong together. Thank you.
Another notion men have about women is that women are not intelligent. And I will say capital no. I belong to the school that believes that what a man can do, a woman can do even better. We have women who are presidents of countries. We have women, name them, who are doing far better. Check a woman out in the field where men are predominant. They do it excellently well. So I want men to erase this from their mind that women are weak. We are not weak. We are strong. Men may be powerful in time of strength. When we come to internal stamina, give it to women. Because like she said, we endure more, we recuperate more, handling trauma, handling losses, we are stronger. You see a woman will lose her husband and for years she's still surviving as a widow. But give it to a man. After they say, no, he needs to marry, he cannot cope. So women are intelligent. Women can do just anything. I have a military background and I also always believe that there's nothing a man can do, a woman cannot do. The only thing I know a man can do that a woman cannot do, the woman, because of the differences we have in the gender. But I tell you, women are intelligent. Women are strong. In longevity, we live longer because we know how to unburden. We don't bottle up things. Like men say, men don't cry. A lot of men die of cardiac arrest because they die without expressing their emotional pains. But women have a way of caring. They say, she cries a lot. Crying is therapeutic. So when the woman lets it out, that's a way of staying longer than necessary. So I want to say it, men, whatever notions you have about women, that they are not strong, that they are not intelligent, wipe it off. And recognize that that woman in your life, she's highly intelligent and very strong. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ma. I am so wowed with all the responses I got from you. But thank you very much, Ma, for honoring this invitation. And also to all the women out there, I hope this video answers all the questions you have running in your mind and all those things you cannot voice out. I hope this video answers them all. And to the men out there, I also hope that you will definitely make changes after watching this very video. Thank you very much, guys, and we love you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.